Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. The Lakers need a 3-and-D player, three-point shooting and defense, and this player isn't a star, but he has a lot of potential to help the Lakers in the playoffs. Keon Ellis brings the type of shooting and aggressive defense that the Lakers lack. The Lakers already have enough stars and need a roster with more depth and a more effective rotation, and bringing in Keon Ellis would be a perfect deal. Keon Ellis would fit like a glove in Los Angeles, for a steep cost. It should be no surprise that Ellis would be a player many teams greatly desire. Even with the reality of needing to pay up for an expiring contract being involved, the player archetype discussed when looking at the Kings guard is too valuable for many contending teams, in particular, to pass up. Ellis has fallen out of favor in Sacramento's rotation of late. The 25-year-old has only played over 10 minutes in a ball game once in the last 5 outings for the Kings. Ellis sat out the game altogether against the Denver Nuggets on November 22. The handling of his minutes seems strange considering the capable 3-and-D skill set possessed by the fourth-year guard. Ellis' role continues to shrink, even among a Kings team notably struggling at 5-16 to start the 2025-26 season. Last year was a different story. Ellis averaged 24.4 minutes per game for Sacramento, posting 8.3 points, 2.7 assists, and snatching 1.5 steals. That came while shooting 43.3% from beyond the arc. The Lakers, who are in need of both defense and perimeter shooting, would happily welcome Ellis to their rotation. Does Los Angeles have access to the type of assets needed for the net-positive trade that Stein described? In a vacuum, maybe they do. Against some of the competition that should be expected? That is a tough subject to get a clear answer for. Austin Reaves may be playing his way directly off the Lakers. Reaves has been one of the best guards in the league this season. Coming into the season, Austin Reaves' impending free agency was a big topic surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. Despite his poor playoff performance last year, Reaves is still viewed as a key part of LA's future as they look to build around their newly acquired star Luka Doncic. Given the Lakers' lack of depth on the wing though, the idea of swapping Reaves for a versatile wing was also a possibility, especially if LA's season started off sideways. Reaves has put those rumors to rest, and he may be leading the Lakers to making a tough decision. Austin Reaves is so good that he may be too expensive for the Lakers. So far this season, not only has Reaves been playing well, but he has been one of the best guards in the league. He's averaging 28 points per game, which is easily a career high, shooting 52% from the field and 36% from three-point range. He is also averaging nearly 7 assists a game as well. Reaves has also excelled in games where Doncic has missed. He's averaging 41 PPG and 10 assists in the 4 games Doncic hasn't played in, including a 51-point outburst against the Sacramento Kings. Reaves has improved steadily over the last 4 seasons, but in the last 2 years, he has shown tremendous growth. He is no longer a role player. He has the chops to be a lead guard on a contending team. His in-between game has grown significantly. He's manipulating the defense consistently when it comes to scoring, and on nights where his shot isn't falling, he still finds a way to playmake at an elite level. Reaves will command heavy interest as a free agent. The last time Reaves was a free agent, he gave the Lakers a hometown discount. He signed a 4-year, $52 million deal that was a steal then and looks like an even bigger one now. Reaves has expressed a heavy desire to stay with LA, as he wants to win. He also loves playing with Doncic, and the two have shown great chemistry together, despite the defensive concerns. Doncic knows how to play next to another ball-dominant guard, as he did it in Dallas with Kyrie Irving, and they went to the finals in 2024. The Lakers want to keep Reaves as part of their long-term plans, especially with LeBron James on his way out. The question is, are they going to be willing to sign him to the max contract he deserves? If they don't, other teams will line up for the guard's services this summer. Austin Reaves dismisses back-to-back excuse for poor start against Celtics. After an impressive win against the Toronto Raptors on Thursday night, Austin Reeves and the Los Angeles Lakers had to travel to Boston to take on the Celtics on the second night of a back-to-back. In these types of scenarios, LA tends to play it cautiously with its players and give them appropriate rest days. That meant that LeBron James was out, along with Luka Doncic and Marcus Smart. Boston took advantage of a shorthanded Lakers team as they outscored them 39-17 in the first quarter and never looked back. Despite efforts to cut into a large deficit, the Celtics led wire to wire and coasted to a 126-105 win over LA. Dud performances are typical on the second night of a back-to-back, but Austin Reeves was not willing to give his team and himself an excuse for their poor start, via Spectrum Sportsnet. We get the opportunity to play the game we love almost every night. Unfortunately, sometimes it is back-to-backs when you get in late. But at the same time, you still get an opportunity to play the game you love. So you just find some energy somewhere to try to go compete at the highest level. I just wanted to give us an opportunity to fight back into the game. The Celtics are not shy about getting up three-point attempts, and despite quality defense at times from the Lakers, they still shot a ridiculous 53% from distance on 45 attempts. That is not a winning recipe, and that poor start in the first contributed to that, which Reeves discussed while taking accountability for his own poor start. I don't know, they just made a lot of shots in the first quarter. That was a pretty bad quarter. I thought I was really bad to start the game, missed some shots, had some turnovers. I gotta be better, and we just gotta come out of the gate a little hotter. Boston came out with more force and rattled the Lakers, who had come off an emotionally draining game in Toronto and were clearly playing with tired legs. LA struggled to generate quality looks while their rivals scored with ease. The focus now shifts to Sunday, where the Lakers hope to welcome back James, Doncic, and perhaps Smart back to the lineup as they look to end their road trip on a high note against the Philadelphia 76ers. Luka Doncic asked Lakers about potential trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Los Angeles Lakers guard Luka Doncic reportedly inquired about making a trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Doncic is firmly the face of the Lakers, and he has become a key voice in their decision-making, building their roster around the Slovenian and his needs. When the Lakers traded for Doncic last February, the organization quickly targeted a center, eventually agreeing on a trade for Mark Williams that ultimately fell through. The deal was made after Doncic told the Lakers he needed a rim-running center who could catch lobs, protect the rim, and set good screens. Over the summer, the Lakers signed DeAndre Ayton because his profile fits Doncic's playstyle, and they also acquired Marcus Smart, a player Doncic wanted as well. As the team moves on from LeBron James and into the Luka Doncic era, it is clear that the front office is going to acquiesce to their star, and according to Fox Chicago's Lou Canellis, it involved Giannis Antetokounmpo recently. I can tell you this for a fact, Canellis said on 670 The Score. A few months ago, Giannis wanted to be traded. His first choice, New York with the Knicks. Knicks wouldn't move off, would not offer more than just Karl-Anthony Towns, and it just wasn't going to work with the Milwaukee Bucks if they're going to give up Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can tell you that the Lakers inquired and Luka Doncic himself inquired, trying to see if the Lakers could work out a deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. Now remember, Giannis wants to leave because he wants to win. Antetokounmpo is reportedly re-evaluating his future with the Milwaukee Bucks after the team's poor start to the season. The Bucks have made a series of win-now, short-sighted trades over the years that have resulted in good playoff teams built around Antetokounmpo, but the franchise's assets are in a poor state. There is no realistic chance for the Bucks to re-enter contention with this version of the team, and Antetokounmpo, who is in his 30s now, will likely be unwilling to wait for better times. The Lakers could be a natural suitor for Antetokounmpo, who could convince the Greek star that the pairing of him and Doncic could yield plenty of success. Los Angeles can't assemble the top trade package among all the potential suitors, but if Antetokounmpo specifies his preferred destination to the Bucks, they could become involved. Lakers relearning why Heat felt fine letting Gabe Vincent go. You never really know what you're going to get with the Los Angeles Lakers guard. Gabe Vincent has been an absolute enigma for the Los Angeles Lakers ever since he arrived on a 3-year, $33 million deal in the 2023 free agency period. That much has not changed, and it serves as a constant reminder of why the Miami Heat felt comfortable letting him go. Vincent entered the free agent mark in 2023 with his stock at an all-time high. The Heat enjoyed an improbable run to the NBA Finals with him as the starting point guard during the postseason run that led up to that offseason. It was one of the best stretches of the veteran guard's career. Vincent averaged 12.7 points, shooting 40.2% from the field and 37.8% from beyond the arc, and had 3.5 assists per game to pair with his scoring. That is all before mentioning the hounding defense brought by the smaller guard. That is the version of Vincent the Lakers paid. That has not been the player who the backup point guard has been for the majority of his time in Los Angeles. There will be glimpses that appear every so often that make Vincent look much closer to that guy again, but they never become the norm. Gabe Vincent's inconsistency has plagued his Lakers career. The run Vincent has had since returning from his injury paints a very clear picture of the problems that come with having him in the rotation. There is no sense of reliability with the offensive production. Some nights, it will be a steadier performance of knocking down a few easy opportunities created for him. Other nights, and these are the ones that comes more often, Vincent will be a non-factor in the scoring department. Theoretically, this is a guy who should be perfectly positioned within the Lakers' offense. Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves all create easy shots for their teammates on the perimeter. Vincent should be enjoying those gift-wrapped looks. The streakiness that comes from his scoring is one of the most frustrating parts of the Gabe Vincent experience. The worst part of it is his shot always seems to disappear at the most inopportune times. Mainly, that would be during the NBA playoffs. In 10 postseason games throughout his run with the Lakers, Vincent has averaged 2.1 points per game. Those have been delivered on 30.8% from the field and 30.8% from three-point land. Vincent should get kudos for his solid defensive play. However, the Lakers would greatly benefit from having a backup point guard who can apply real pressure to defenses. That is not him. Lakers predicted to trade $33 million injury-prone veteran with NBA Finals experience after brutal stint. The Los Angeles Lakers are one of the best teams in the NBA to start the season, and there's no denying it as they sit second in the Western Conference. Before the season even began, LeBron James' agent Rich Paul made it clear that the superstar wants to win above all else. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, Rich Paul told ESPN. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeanie, Buss, and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. Many expected the Lakers to take a slow, methodical approach to building around Luka Doncic, but he made it clear back in May that he wanted to win immediately. Doncic being just 26 gives the Lakers a far longer timeline to build a championship contending team, but that doesn't mean they can slow down and take their time. Doncic told Lakers president Rob Pelinka and coach J.J. Redick in May that he's not interested in taking the slow approach in building a contender, CBS Sports' Jasmine Wimbish wrote. Nearly 20 games into the season, it's becoming clear the Lakers are likely to trade Gabe Vincent if they want to become a legitimate contender, just as their stars expect. The Los Angeles Lakers will be active and aggressive ahead of the trade deadline, and Gabe Vincent's play all but guarantees that he will be sent out in whatever deal Rob Pelinka makes. The guard is shooting under 40% from the field, and the Lakers have an abysmal 120.8 defensive rating with Vincent on the floor. He has played in just 7 of the first 18 games, but Los Angeles fans know what to expect at this point, Lake Show Life's Tyler Watts wrote. Vincent arrived as one of the top signings of that offseason, but his stint has been far from ideal. Injuries and inconsistency have defined his tenure so far. He still finds his way onto the court, yet the production hasn't come close to what the Lakers imagined 3 years ago. Few expected his time in Los Angeles to trend this way, but he has yet to prove himself. Austin Reeves thought he played really bad in the first quarter against Celtics. A poor start by Austin Reeves and the Lakers put them in a hole they never dug out of against their biggest rival. With Luka Doncic and LeBron James out for LA's contest against the Celtics, the Lakers needed somebody to step up and produce so they could continue winning during this road trip. Typically, Austin Reaves has not only embraced but also thrived in this role. He had 51 points against the Kings earlier this year when Luka and LeBron missed, and just came off a 44-point performance against the Raptors. However, Reaves struggled epically in the opening quarter against the Celtics. He missed all 5 of his shot attempts, only scoring 2 points from the free throw line. Reaves didn't really excel as a perimeter defender, as the Celtics made 7 3-pointers in the opening period. Reaves tried to facilitate the ball, but with no other stars on the floor, no Lakers got going. The score quickly got out of hand and the Lakers trailed 39-17 after 1 quarter of play. The deficit never shrank below double digits again, and the Celtics cruised to victory. After the loss, Reaves didn't shy away from his poor performance. "I thought I was really bad to start the game," Reaves said. "Missed some shots, had some turnovers. I got to be better, and we just got to come out of the gate a little hotter." It won't change the result, but it's good to hear Reaves take ownership of his bad game. He has plenty of valid excuses he could go to, such as the fact that this was the second night of a back-to-back on the road, and with no other primary ball handlers, he had a lot on his plate in Boston. Instead, Reaves acknowledged his rough start, and he'll learn from this. Against other teams, perhaps the Lakers could have rallied, but the Celtics are too experienced for that. Regardless of who is available, Boston plays a relentless style and exhausts you on both ends of the court. The good thing is, Reaves did find a groove as the game progressed. He ended the night with 36 points and 8 assists. Unfortunately, it was too little too late, and the Celtics never relinquished control of this game. For Reaves, this is an area for growth. If he's going to be a max player next year and a star in Los Angeles, he has to play like it always in all ways. The Lakers can't be shorthanded if their all-star is playing, or else, maybe that's not a star for real. Overall, Reaves has proven he can take on any challenge, and a bad game is no reason to make mountains out of molehills. The Lakers can't win them all, and given the travel and players out, this was a scheduled loss. It's just a bummer it had to happen against their biggest rival during their only trip to Boston this season.